Hi everyone, I'm Mathieu Delobel, Chief Information Officer at OVHcloud, and I'll talk about how IT transformation can support and boost business. My role at OVHcloud is to manage what we call internal information system. I'm responsible for building and maintaining solutions so that our employee can do their jobs in an efficient manner, so that our customer can buy and manage the product they bought from us with the best experience possible, and so that we can deliver those products to our customers in an effective manner. Before joining OVHcloud, I've worked for several tech companies, from fast-growing French telecommunication providers to my own startup creating B2B customer relationship solutions, to the European leader of flash sales. What those experiences have in common is the momentum where the business model or the size of the company was changing dramatically, and where tech was clearly a major enabler for that change. Today, many companies, and OVHcloud is no stranger to that, are facing increased pressure on their models. Some of them are facing a fast-changing ecosystem where pure players and newcomers come and disrupt their core model, where regulatory agencies are putting heavy constraints or reshuffling the game, or where competition is pushing the business model to their limits. Among many things such companies have to put in place to survive or master those fast-changing ecosystems, they certainly need many things. First, they need to focus on the customer experience and get insights to better understand what are their opportunities and weaknesses. Collecting and processing data is a major enabler for better understanding all the frictions in the user experience, and insight provider for critical decision taking that they have to do. Not every company is organized nor technically ready to such a shift in the importance of data in the business. IT has to design the systems to produce those data, build a robust data ecosystem to ingest, compute, and visualize those data, and foster a data culture in the company, mostly by providing data self-service capabilities to the employee so that they can be autonomous, while maintaining a strong governance to avoid misusage of those data that can lead to poor or bad decisions. These companies also need to focus on the product, its quality, its response to customer needs, and problems to solve. Such companies shouldn't put energy on developing things that aren't core business and dedicate talents to the development of the product. This company also needs to be agile, speed, and quality driven. Developers need to be provided with tools that enables them to deliver high-end feature fast, frequently, with a high level of security and quality. They also need to rely on a robust architecture that brings flexibility by decoupling services and avoiding monoliths in the information system. With less monoliths and more decoupling, it is easier to replace a component that doesn't suit the customer need or the requirement from the business team. This is a key lever to foster innovation. Indeed, one can fail to innovate in the context of highly coupled monolithic information system because it endangers the whole system. In a microservice architecture information system, it is easier to innovate since a fail won't impact the whole system. While some companies are facing a fast-changing ecosystem and IT needs to transform to help them cope with this new paradigm, some others are fast-growing companies experiencing sometimes twofold number of customers, employees, offices, or countries every 2 or 3 years. Those companies have different kind of needs. They need to scale their core system, growing from their legacy systems towards next-level future-proof scalable ones is key to fulfill the expectations that come with their new grade. They also need to embrace as many standard and state-of-the-art systems and technologies as possible to his onboarding of talents while fostering innovation and creativity. So 2 different contexts, growth or disruptions, but they have in common to rely on IT transformation to have the fundamentals that will help them execute their strategy. What is IT transformation at OVHcloud? IT transformation at OVHcloud is a 3-year cycle where we are chasing 2 goals at the same time. Enhancing our infrastructure and tooling for developers on one end, and working hand-in-hand with product and business teams to define what strategy to adopt. What does enhancing our infrastructure and tooling for developers mean? It means to reduce our technical debt to accelerate the delivery of new features. It means to increase security to avoid breach in our core information system and in our clients' data. To deliver round-the-clock high availability for globalized, efficient business teams all across all the geographies. And to foster best practices for sustainability and readiness for the next major game-changing events, such as a merger or disrupt in the business model, for example. What does working hand in hand with product and business teams to define what strategy to adopt mean? It means to buy the best of our technology improvements brought to business team rather than developing it in-house when it's not core business for us. To encourage business teams to fit their process to standard ones. That reduces the specific processes as much as possible and facilitates then onboarding, scaling, and eventually mergers. And it means to focus talents on core business applications to make the real difference on the markets. How is IT transformation an enabler for business growth? By bringing the best of breed solution for business, IT transformation forces the team to improve their processes, to rethink them. Most of the time, it reduces the time spent on low value added tasks and focuses the teams on high value added ones. By revamping core system, IT transformation brings more velocity, agility in the delivery of features and enhances the go-to-market of the company. It also unlocks opportunities that weren't feasible until then. By introducing data management at each and every step of the build and run processes, IT transformation provides business with game-changing insights to improve our efficiency, to adapt our strategy. How do we get most of IT transformation benefits to support and boost businesses? First, we need to align business and IT objectives. It is really important that both parties know exactly what the company is targeting on the long term. While short-term wise, tactical move may be feasible with the ISIS platforms and solutions by adapting the current systems without seeking for factorization, long-term performance, or sustainability. When we engage in deep refoundations, it has to be at the same time on tool and business processes. That is why the transformation has to come from the top of the company with a precise vision coupled with a strong alignment on the roadmap between tech and business. Many IT transformations fail because they are tech for tech. I mean, they are imagined by tech without a strong buy-in from business. Thus, it is the tech community that defines the what and the how, and in the end, it is a total misalignment with the business team strategy. Almost everything that has been built has to be discarded. Second, we need a clear investment plan, carefully curated, less is more in such transformation, and with commitments from both parties, tech and business, on the added value delivered. The progress and results have to be reported to the board on a regular basis. If not, such strong transformation paths may lose traction, sponsorship, and even fundings right in the middle of the journey, which can be really annoying. Third, we need a talent management plan to build the best team and shape the organization to get the most of the team. Most of the time, IT transformation needs increased team with newcomers to bring outer point of view, new technologies and workforce and so on. Most of the time, it is an opportunity for the current team to be promoted to management position. And most of the time, it fails. With careless recruitment, organization and management patterns, we have gaps in culture, poor performance of the management layer, bureaucracy over agility, and so on. So it is really key that we have a strong talent management plan and also organization plan, not to fail in such transformation paths. And last but not least, we need a strong governance pattern to ensure the delivery of the transformation plan while keeping the business up and running. Conflicting priorities are numerous in such periods, and one can easily be overwhelmed by the impossible choices to make between some tactical tasks to protect the revenue and some long-term projects to develop the revenue, for example. Governance is here to ensure that the team are working on the right things by delivering them a clear strategy and ensuring that their objectives and roadmaps and budget are contributing to this strategy. As a CIO at OVHcloud, how do I help? As a former entrepreneur, I know that agility, business insight, and delivery speed are key. As a former chief product officer, I also know that business IT close relationship is key and priority management is super important. So I would say that my experience gave me the capability to know what to put in place internally inside the IT team and globally at OVHcloud to avoid the pitfalls that I have encountered in my previous jobs. In this transformation journey, my role here at OVHcloud is to clarify the expectation from business and top management, highlight how IT is contributing to those expectations, cascade it to the IT teams, and ensure that they have the means, both organization, funding, people, technical decisions to achieve the transformation. What is currently at stake at OVHcloud? We are here in the middle of a 3-year plan where 9 programs have to be delivered on almost every business processes of the company. Human resources, finance, operations, industry, and even inside IT. We have a fast-growing team. The team will increase by more than 100 people this year on every kind of jobs, from project managers to developers, from DevOps to solution architects. And of course, we have to keep the business up and running during the transformation and move forward on a day-to-day basis in this fast-changing, exciting market. I will be very happy to live chat with you now. So come in the chat and ask your questions.